everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Ronaldo. If you're new here or haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. Also make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I can know which kind of videos to post more often. And please guys, I beg you guys to please follow me on my daily activities on all my social media platforms at I am Ronaldo. I'll be discussing 10 tips how you guys can pass Matric final exams and achieve the best results you ever achieved. I also will share with you guys 2 different timestamps, so if you're not interested in the one, you can go straight to the other one. I will also link the specific time from where this video will take place. The first timestamp will be getting actually ready to study. The problem is these days is that studying is so boring and one of the least important things on our to-do list because our setup is wrong, and when your setup is wrong you don't enjoy studying, and studying seems to be one of the least important things. So I will be sharing with you guys 5 tips on getting ready to study, and then I will share with you guys 5 tips on actually studying. So make sure that you guys tune into this video, get yourselves ready, and I will give you guys 5 tips to enjoy studying and make sure that you guys achieve the best results you ever achieved in your life. So let's get right into this video. When you get ready to study, there is some important fundamental rules that you have to set in place for you to enjoy studying and make it worth your time and effort and sacrifice that you put in. Most of us study, but at the end of the day, it's not a fun or one of the most nicest experiences we ever had because of our setup is wrong. So you guys need to make sure that you actually prepare yourself for studying, and then you guys will make it worth your time. So the first thing I'll say is that make sure that you are organized. One of the most important things when it comes to studying is getting organized, because when you are not organized, it becomes one of the least nicest experiences ever, because now you have to run all over the place to get certain things in place. So make sure you are organized in terms of your setup. If you cannot study at home, make sure that you go to a library where there is an environment already being set up for you to enjoy studying in. So make sure that where you study, that you are organized, your stationery is into place, your notes are into place, everything that you need to study is already available for you to study. The second thing is stay hydrated, guys. This is one of the most important things when it comes to mental health, to stress, to anxieties, especially when it comes to studying. Most of us feel anxious, we feel stressed, and we feel tired all the time is because we are not hydrated. So make sure that when you study that there is a lot of water for you to enjoy and drink so that you can stay hydrated, focused, and awake, because we are sleeping when we study. The tip is, guys, write down what you need to study. So this is an important step, especially for me studying. I always write down what I need to study so that at the end of the day I have direction. You need to write down what you need to study for that specific day. You cannot just go to a library or take out your books and start studying without direction, because you need to set goals for yourself. So basically what you need to do is tell yourself, today I'm going to study from page 1 up to page 10, and then you know when you get to page 10 you're done for the day. You don't have to push yourself, stressing yourself over stuff that you can do over a period of 5 or 6 days. So make sure, guys, that you take a piece of paper, you take your pen, and you write down what you need to study for that specific day, so that you set goals for yourself in order for you to achieve these goals. The fourth thing is, guys, please make sure that your notes are up to date. This is one of the most important things. I don't know why I didn't put it first, because I want to put emphasis on it. When your notes are not up to date, when your books are not up to date, the chances of you enjoying studying is really small, guys. Because remember, how can you study without updated notes? How can you study without your summaries, without your books being up to date? So if you're still in school, make sure that your books are up to date. What I do in my daily routine is that every night I go back on my notes and the stuff which we did in class during the day. I will take a piece of paper, I write on clean sheets. So I will take a piece of paper like this, and then I will write my daily notes on it so that I can stay on track. Because if you wait for a week or few days before your exam to write notes, the time that you used to write notes, you could have used that time to start studying. So make sure, guys, that you keep your books up to date, so when it comes to the exam, that you are ready. Guys, that's my 5 tips to get yourself ready to actually study. So I would advise you guys, 5 days before your exam start, look back into your books, look back into your notes, your files, or whatever you keep your notes in. Make sure that it's up to date. Make sure that you buy yourself a water bottle to get hydrated during exam. Make sure that your stationery is into place. You find the nearest library or in your room. Clean your room, set up a nice space to study, because if your space is clean, then you enjoy studying, and it will be one of the most fun things to do. The next category will be for studying. So this is I think most of you guys waited for this one, because in this category I'm gonna tell you guys how I study and which methods I use to study. So I would advise you guys to try this out, and if it doesn't work for you, you can always try out something else. But this study method helped me to achieve really good marks from my grade 11th year up to my first year in university. So I would advise you guys to try out this study methods, and I believe that you guys will do really good. So the first one is, guys, no interruptions. This is, you guys go, most of you guys will be like, yeah, we know. But when I speak about no interruptions, I mean no phone, no friends, no boyfriend, everything that can cause a distraction from you studying what you actually need to do study. You guys really need to take a break from. Number 2, study from your objectives. Most of you guys don't know this, but teachers set up question papers from your objectives, because your objectives or outcomes is there to help you study with more direction. So when you're still in school, what you need to do is go to the first page in your new study unit. So if you go to a certain study unit, go to the first page of the study unit, and at the beginning of this page they will write the outcomes or the objectives. Basically what it means is what you need to know at the end of the study unit. So make sure that you guys write them down. What I do is that I write them down on this marker pages, so then I paste it inside of my notes. So whenever I need to study, I know, okay, Ronaldo, you need to know what is entrepreneurial qualities, and then I study from these things, because most of the time we study all of these unnecessary things, and when it comes to the exam, then we are disappointed in the teacher. But the teacher actually gave us the direction, the outcomes, and the objectives to study from. But this is really a small tip that most teachers won't tell you, but study from these things, you guys will really do good in the exam. This is what I do in my daily life. Whenever I need to study for a test or an exam, whenever the teacher say, okay, study from study unit 1 to study unit 3, I will go to the study objectives and study from it. And guys, I can assure you guys, 90% of the times the stuff in the study objectives come in the exam. So make sure that you guys write them down, study from them, and you guys will really do good in your final examinations. Tip number 3 is find a keyword in your sentences. So this is an example from how I study. I study from keywords in every sentence, which help me to recall the sentence very quickly, or recall information very quickly and over a longer period of time. So I just want to show you guys an example. What I do when I study is that I take my notes, and then I take my highlighter. I even write it with the keyword. I write it with a different color, and then I also take my highlighter and I highlight this word, so that when I study, it stands out. So as you guys can see, this is my Afrikaans note, and it says the criteria of standaard Afrikaans. I know definitely that it is the status, the vorm, and the gebruik. So when I do this, I really recall information over a longer period of time and very quick. So I would advise you guys that when you study, find a keyword within your sentence or phrase, and then you will be able to recall this very quick. This is just a tip that I do when I study. The fourth tip, guys, is very, very important. This is really one of the most effective study methods that I discovered from my grade 11 year, and it is using flashcards to study. Basically, flashcards is, I think you guys call it cue cards. Yeah, it's cue cards. So you just take your A4 paper, and you cut for yourselves out cue cards like this. And what I do is that on my cue cards, I will write the word down that I need to study or want to remember. So I will write down the word, and at the back of my cue card I will write down the definition of this word. So basically this helps me really to study more really effectively, because sometimes a lot of information like this can make me so tired because it's really just a lot of information. So what I do is that I just use my cue cards and I write down the information that I want to know for the exam. So this is really an effective method, guys. I want you guys to try it out because I can literally take this with me everywhere. I put it in my file, so whenever I get to a free class or I get to the library, or even when I go to eat, I will just take them out and I will just recall the information which I wrote down on the cue card or the flashcard. So make sure that you guys use this study method. It's really effective and it will really help you guys achieve great in the examinations. This is basically for subjects like business studies, economics, life science, physical science. You just write down the information which you want to remember for the exam, and I'm telling you guys will really do good in the exam. The last and final thing, guys, I want to put emphasis on this, guys, is using past papers. Past papers is really one of the most advanced, or I would say one of the latest discoveries in South African studies. So what you guys need to do is that go back into your past papers. This is just my past papers for my first semester that I used to study, guys, and I'm telling you guys, they will use these question papers to set up new question papers. They will use these questions to set up similar questions, so then you guys will know at least the direction where you will go. And most of the teachers will use the very same questions and it will appear into the new question paper. So make sure that you guys use past papers, study from them, use them as an example, because sometimes I get so anxious not knowing what to expect, but studying from past question papers really gives me the direction of what to expect. So make sure that you guys use past question papers. I really use, this is for one subject, guys, and I used 4. So what you guys can do is that always study from 3 years back. So if you are in grade 12 this year, study from 2015, 16, 17 final papers. So study from them, practice from them, make sure that you know them, get familiar with the paper, how the setup of the paper looks, and I'm telling you, you guys will really do good in the exam and you guys will achieve great marks. So make sure that you guys use this. I cannot emphasize on this too, using past question papers and using flashcards. You guys will really do good in the examinations, and I know you guys will do really good. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys are looking for any specific videos that you guys want me to make on specific subjects, how to study specific subjects, because I also was in Matric and I did mathematics literacy, I did business studies, economics, consumer studies. So make sure that you guys comment below any videos that you guys would like for me to make on a specific subject, and also send this video to any person who is still in school doing final examinations, matriculants, especially to them, grade 12s. Please send it to them and let us push up our South African pass rate and get our friends to achieve great marks. So thank you guys for watching this video. From me, Ronaldo, guys.